Geek Alert! Sci-Fi Sunday Night coming right up.
You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. I'm Kerry Jackson. This is Jeff Weiss. On our first episode of Sci-Fi Sunday Night, we taught you how to play the Deep Space Nine drinking game. Well, that little game offended an awful lot of people. I mean, we're talking parents groups and the liquor cops and Star Trek fan clubs. Everybody was a little upset, and so for that, we apologize. And tonight we're going to teach you how to play the Enterprise drinking game. Here are the rules.
Anytime Captain Archer violates what will soon become the Prime Directive, take one shot.
Anytime T'Pol, an emotionless character, shows emotion, take a shot.
Anytime a crew member gets that biogel decontamination rubbed down the whole bottle.
Give us 30 minutes and we'll have more rules for our Enterprise drinking game. Enjoy your beverages and this episode of Enterprise on Z24 TV's Sci-Fi Sunday Night.
Sci-Fi Sunday Night coming right up.
You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night. I hope you're writing these down. Here are more rules for the Enterprise drinking game.
Anytime translator Hoshi actually translates something, take one shot.
Anytime Archer's dog Porthos is on screen, do an Arsenio woof woof and take 2 shots.
Anytime T'Pol raises her eyebrow, thrusts out her hips, and purses her lips, take one shot.
Give us 25 minutes and we'll have more rules for the Enterprise drinking game. Keep those complaint calls coming. Let's get back to Enterprise. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. I'm Kerry Jackson from X96. This is Jeff Weiss from the Deseret News. And we've been hosting Sci-Fi Sunday Night for a little over a month now. In that time, we've done some things that have offended some of you. Made you mad enough to call Matt at Z24 TV and complain.
Yeah, I hear people were really upset with the Whirlpool game because it was too insensitive.
Oh, and the Dating Tips for Geeks bit, that one that said we were perpetuating a stereotype. And I got a lot of angry email about that one. Now, that may be true, but that's not what we want to apologize for tonight. Tonight, we want to apologize for what happened on our first episode, and that was the Deep Space Nine drinking game. A lot of people upset about that. Parents groups, the liquor cops, Star Trek fan clubs. We just want to say for that, we're very sorry. And tonight we're going to teach you how to play the Enterprise drinking game.
Yeah, here are some more rules. Anytime Dr. Phlox is used as comic relief, take 2 shots.
Anytime one of our crew members dresses up as a visitor from another village, take a shot.
At any mention of 20th century Earth, take 1 shot.
Anytime the Vulcans get miffed because they've been left out of a mission, take a shot.
Anytime a Vulcan, and that includes T'Pol, is not forthcoming with information, take 1 shot.
And of course, when Captain Archer gets his ass kicked, down the bottle, baby. I love it when she does that. We'll have more rules for our Enterprise drinking game coming up later, but right now let's watch our episode of Deep Space Nine. Tonight's episode is...
You two are under arrest for coming downtown with me.
Who are you?
Officer Howell, Liquor Police. I'll read you your rights in the car.
You're going to liquor jail.
Arrested on what charge?
Don't worry, we'll think of something.
Tonight's episode of Deep Space Nine is called By Infernos Light, and it takes place in a Gemini prison. Oh, the irony!
You're watching Z24, Sci-Fi Sunday Night. You're watching Z24, Sci-Fi Sunday Night.
You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. Tonight's episode of Deep Space Nine takes place in a Jem'Hadar prison, and in a cruel twist of fate, Jeff and I have been thrown into prison for various crimes and misdemeanors.
What's funny is I don't even know what the charges are against us yet. I demand to see a list of charges!
Well, here it is, the drinking game thing's in here, but we're also being brought up on nuisance charges by all of the Star Trek fan clubs in the area. I had no idea that they were this powerful.
Oh, dude, you do not want to mess with them. I gave a bad review to a Star Trek movie once, and they broke both my legs.
Well, that's it. I'm not going to let the Star Trek fan clubs run my life. Guard, I believe I have a phone call coming.
Well, who are you going to call, Kerry?
Well, who do you call when you get in trouble?
My mommy.
Not calling your mommy.
Your lawyer?
No, I'm calling my bartender.
Oh, dude, we are so doomed.
You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. No, you're not watching Oz. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. You know, Jeff, I was thinking, Worf and Garrick and Dr. Bashir, their time in this Jem'Hadar prison would go by a lot quicker if they, sang some old-timey prison songs.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Kerry, because the prison guards actually took all of our possessions, but they left me my trusty Casio keyboard.
Huh.
And you know what would be great?
What?
Is if I were to play it and then you'd favor us with some prison songs.
No, I couldn't do it. I haven't got anything prepared.
Oh, come on. Come on.
All right. I'll give you a C, a bouncy C here, all right? Oh, I hear the first a-comin'. He's coming round the bend, and I ain't seen Ben Cisco since I don't know when. Oh, I'm stuck in a Jem'Hadar prison. No, let's try something else. Fighting guards in the hot sun, I fought the first and the first one. I miss Jadzia and I feel so bad. Dominion War's begun. She's the best Trill that I ever had. No, wait a second. Let's try something else. Still doing time in a Jem'Hadar prison.
Quiet down in there. Jackson, you got a visitor. Says she's your bartender.
Oh. You certainly are a sight for sore eyes, my dear. Did you bring the special help I requested?
No, I've got something better.
Better?
It's in the cereal.
In the cereal?
I found this on your desk. Now you can blast your way out.
Darling, you know I love you, but this is just a prop. It doesn't actually work. I asked you to call my attorney. Now, would you please?
Don't look at me. I wanted to call my mom.
Let's see if Worf and the boys are doing any better than we are. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. No, you're not watching Oz. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. Well, you've done it. You've wasted another Sunday night on Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. Well, Lord willing, we'll be back next week. Oh, I hope you wrote down all of the drinking game rules for both Enterprise and Deep Space Nine, because from the looks of things, we won't be doing them on the air anytime real soon. Not without getting in any trouble, anyway.
Yeah, but if you did manage to get them down, you can use them Wednesday on Enterprise. It'll make it that much more enjoyable.
Join us next week. We've got another excellent episode of Enterprise and a really, really good episode of Deep Space Nine.
Oh, that's the one that's Soldiers of the Empire.
Soldiers of the Empire. Get ready for this one, geeks. It's all Klingon all the time. Get your pencils and papers ready for this, because we're going to teach you some Klingon words and phrases. Not that "it is a good day to die" stuff.
No, none of that.
I am not a merry man.
No, none of that crap. We're going to teach you some Klingon that you might actually use in your everyday lives.
Anyway, we want to thank the Wagon Master for letting us play around in their little honky-tonk jail. Thanks, as always, to Janie Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, listen to Kerry tomorrow morning on X96.
And read Jeff's film criticism in the Deseret News. Now, before we go, I have a special message just for the Star Trek fan club members out there. You know who you are. We are geeks, and we use that word unapologetically. It goes back to grade school when I first got beat up for wearing a Star Trek uniform to class.
Yeah, and I got beaten up for carrying around my Mego Star Trek figures in my lunchbox.
The point is, we've always seen Star Trek as a very old and dear friend. And like every very old and dear friend we have, we know it's okay to tease it every now and then. Now, if you don't buy that, how about the words of the Shatner when he reminds you, remember, it's just a TV show. Good night, everybody.